Hi, everybody. It's Mike, the Heal Your Gut Guy, and today I have a special guest. His name is Ahmad, and he used to suffer from Crohn's disease. So please tell us, Ahmad, what was your life like before you discovered German New Medicine? How was Crohn's interfering with your life?
Yeah, hi everyone. Hi Mike. Thank you for inviting me. Um, man, I can't tell you how my 20s were wasted. All my
Mm,
20s,
hmm
literally. The time you want to go out and have a you know s- grab a bite with friends or whatever, go have fun, do things, and not worrying about your symptoms. And I couldn't do none of that.
hmm
Most of that I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because of my all of my symptoms and me worrying about having symptoms.
hmm
So oh my God, that was horrible. But
Yeah.
thankfully, thank to God first, then to you introducing me to this science and
hmm
um and the beauty of it and how it saved my life, really.
Awesome. Awesome. So after learning German New Medicine, how has your life improved? It sounds like you're free of the food intolerances and you just
Yeah,
it sounds
yeah.
like you were mainly dealing with like gut pain and on and off mild diarrhea, depending on how
hmm
intense your emotions, your anger was at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely that was the main symptom, Uh and the biggest obstacle actually it's the diet restriction. I was
Yeah.
restricting myself from things that wouldn't do no harm to me whatsoever.
Oh,
It was all in my head.
yeah.
Also, yes, overstressing about a lot of things.
Yeah.
So once I combined those together, that was total success.
Yeah.
And everything was gone. No symptoms whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a big overlooked aspect of like understanding GNM to like navigate through your symptoms is you find the stress that's just making your life very difficult in the first place.
hmm
It makes your life, it makes you a better person, and it also gets rid of your symptoms.
Yeah,
Like it's a
absolutely.
double double whammy there. So let's talk about what your conflict was, or maybe you don't remember your conflict shock, but it definitely sounds like you had some like anger issues
hmm
causing your symptoms.
Right. Well,
Well,
I'm kind of like you, Mike. We share
okay.
things in common. That's
Okay.
why I've been following you. Great
hmm
minds think alike, right? So yeah, I'm very ambitious guy. I have plans, dreams, and stuff, and I work hard for them. It's not
hmm
like I just dream and sleep about it. No, I do
hmm
work hard for it. And when things don't work the way I want it to work, I get upset and then I start having symptoms.
hmm
Okay.
hmm
But at the end of the day, like, later on in life, when years pass by and you see the results and you be like, oh, now I know why this didn't work out back then.
hmm
It was God's plan,
Yeah.
God, God got the whole deal,
Yeah.
You don't, you, he got a better plan for you, but you just don't know it yet. If,
Yeah.
if you believe in that and you submit to that, you will always be winning. Always. And I
Yeah.
mean it.
Yeah. And I love that you say that, because that was something I struggled with. Just a little while ago, we were talking about losing your keys, and someone can get really stressed out about that. Like, oh my God, I'm going to be late for work. I'm going to get
Yeah.
fired, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah. I used to think that way. Now when I lose my keys, I like force myself to think of like a positive outcome, or
Yeah.
like a positive reason. I'll go, it's the will of the gods, or that's just what I say, because it's like a line from the TV show Vikings, and I say, maybe this is the universe keeping me from getting into a car accident,
Yeah.
or
Always
maybe
worthy.
it just slows my path down so I run into someone I need to meet, or
Yeah.
I try to, I choose to be positive, like have a positive
Absolutely.
mentality about that.
Absolutely.
And you were talking about how Islam, like the word itself, means to submit.
Submit. Yep.
Yeah.
Islam. It comes from the word salam. It's the root,
Mm-hmm.
3 letters.
Mm-hmm.
Salam means to submit.
Mm-hmm.
Salam, submit.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you bring to figure out what the word means, you need to bring it to its root. I love language, less and history and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, so I like to talk about that. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's exactly what it means. Submit.
Mm-hmm.
Islam, submission.
And a lot of people take that as kind of like a negative thing, like, oh, I'm not going to submit to nobody. Like, like one of the biggest things that both Christianity and Islam want you to submit to is choosing peace. Like
Yeah,
I would say that's like up towards the top, choosing peace and having faith that God's going to look over you, like take care of you and has the best in store for you. And
yeah,
it's being and those and like that to submit to that, that's being violated the most and causing most of people's symptoms.
yeah. That's how people are losing. Because
Yeah.
like what I said earlier, when you keep that mentality and you keep submitting, regardless what the outcome is, you're gonna be winning. Because
There's a
this is the
split
best.
second you have a choice to
Yeah,
let it go off the deep end.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're always a free man. Like what I say, a free man always got a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Cool. So give us an example of something like you were, angry about, whether it was like school exams or something like that. What was like what was it? What did it look like inside your head? Like, what did you do to kind of overcome some of these things?
yeah, like the normal things that people go through, relationships and like careers and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
why I didn't, like what I said earlier, my father's family from the side, my my father's side of the family, very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
We're very competitive. I'm like, I'm either the first or the last. You know what I mean? Like I
Mm-hmm.
can't be the second kind of thing. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so things like that used to stress me out. But then I'd be like, everything happens for a reason, and you know maybe I would get the first, and then I will break my arm or break my
Mm-hmm.
leg, and then I'll stay the
Yeah.
last for the rest of for the rest of my life. You know,
Yeah.
always thinking about what could have been.
Mm-hmm.
Worst things could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Yeah, no, it
And
makes
that's
sense.
yeah, that's how I got through it.
Cool. Cool. Is
Yeah.
there anything you would like to say to like the Islamic audience that might kind of click a light bulb off in their head about
Yeah,
like the
absolutely.
truths of GNM and or how it ties into faith or
Absolutely. It's all in the head. It's all in your faith. How faith, how healing faith can be.
mm-hmm.
And if you have that faith, and and you practice it, and
Mm-hmm.
deep
Practice,
inside, you
actually
practice. Yeah,
do it.
practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You practice it. You have a good community. People like tell you that what you should do and
Mm-hmm.
what you shouldn't. No negative energy whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna help big time. Big
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah, because essentially what these negative emotions do, if they aren't dealt with in a timely and efficient manner, your body is going to go, okay, I have to take this burden upon myself, and it adapts. It puts an organ into overdrive, and
Yeah,
when an organ's in overdrive for too long, it starts to fall apart, and you start to get symptoms.
for no reason.
Yep.
For no reason. It's not
Yeah.
worth it.
It's all imaginary.
Oh, it's all in your head.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like there's people, like I know some people are going through some hard times, but there's people in much worse positions than you that are just they're they're happy with life.
Yeah.
So
There's always someone out there is doing worse than what you are doing right now.
yeah, yeah,
Also, one very important thing that I've been practicing and it helped me a lot, patience.
patience. Yeah.
I think that's the best trait that a human can have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah,
will
and
it will get you through a lot of things.
yeah, and a lot of what our faiths teach us is how to develop these beneficial traits like patience and faith and yeah, it's I mean without like faith is such a big thing and I don't know what the view is it on in Islam, but in Christianity, it's to build your faith, it's listening to listening and reading the word. You know, how else can you build your faith in something unless you like see it in action and are exposed to it? Because
Yeah, absolutely.
because we're in the media, you're just exposed to fear, 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 and worry. You
Hmm.
know, it's a scale. And
Yeah, it all comes with the practice too. Like what you said, you know, faith is defined in hadith, you know, in Islam.
yeah, yeah.
It's what falls in your heart, what falls
Mm,
deep in your heart, and your actions believe it. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? It's not
Yeah,
just falling in your heart and you stop there and you fall asleep.
yeah,
Doesn't
yeah,
work. Your actions gotta believe it.
yeah,
You gotta do something about it, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, and a lot of people will argue like, "Oh, I have a disease and I'm still sick." It's like the unforgiving truth that no, you don't have like you're filled with worry, like you're filled with doubt, or you know this conflict is eating you alive,
Yeah.
and you don't have that solid faith that you know your religion, your God is going to pull, you know, has your best interest in mind, can pull you through this.
Yeah, absolutely. If you keep that faith, you know, and you practice it, you have a community of believers, you know, help you out because you need
Mm-hmm.
those. You know, you cannot live in your own.
Yeah,
You know, stay
yeah,
away from negative energy and like media. You don't need to worry too much about media. You know, everyone is saying,
yeah,
everyone is pushing their agenda. You know, everyone got a story to tell.
yeah.
So don't worry about all that.
So what were some of your favorite foods that you were avoiding throughout this journey that you can eat now?
Favorite, hot sauce.
Hot sauce? Okay.
Yeah, now I can
Yeah.
eat hot sauce, man. Fried chicken. I can eat fried chicken all day
I
long.
love fried chicken. I miss fried chicken.
Yes.
I eat a lot of fried chicken. So
Yeah, me too. I like fried chicken.
yeah.
When it's crispy and deep fried, you know, not just fried, Louisiana style.
Yeah, yeah. No, there's an art to frying it correctly for sure.
You know
Um
what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
good stuff.
Cool. Yeah, fried chicken and hot sauce. I'm not big into hot foods. I was never big, but fried chicken I can get on board with that.
Yeah. I
So
mean, not too hot, you know, not too spicy.
yeah.
I don't like too spicy either. You know, I gotta taste the
Mm-hmm.
food because it's too spicy, you cannot taste the food.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
don't know how the food tastes like. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
fried chicken, I can eat that all day long. Falafel too. I
Oh,
was in, you know what falafel is, right?
I don't know. I don't know what that
Fried,
is.
fried chickpeas.
Oh, okay. Fried chickpeas.
So,
Okay.
so almost everything now fried, you know, I can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Nice.
You
Yep.
gotta try
See,
falafel though. If have you tried hummus before?
I like hummus. Yeah.
They come together. It's like it's like hamburger and French fries over here.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you know the company, the combo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, hummus comes with falafel,
Okay.
and over here hamburgers they come with French fries, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Okay.
get the
That makes
picture.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing. You know, when we come down with some of these digestive issues, it's just like stuff our ancestors have been eating for years, for
I know,
generations. It's just like, oh, I can't eat this.
I know.
I must have genetically inherited this. It's like
Yeah, I can't believe it.
crazy.
Falafel is part of my culture. You know,
Yeah.
my father, my grandfather, they all ate it, no problem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And now I'm making up things.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
You know,
Cool. So do you remember what your conflict shock was? I don't remember what my conflict shock was. I remember some incidents that caused flares, but can you pinpoint exactly like conflict shocks or things that got resolved that caused the big flare?
oh yeah, actually I remember now when I graduated school. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I moved to Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
You know Richmond is, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I went to VCU, and
I almost went there.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I graduated, and I was going through, you know, like I was living on my own first time and stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, it was a little difficult at first, so I was struggling at first for a little,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I graduated, I'm relieved. Now I'm done,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when I started getting symptoms.
Oh, okay. So you think I had to do something with like the stress of school, and you're like, I'm done with school,
Right.
and that was the
Probably that.
resolution. Cool.
Probably that's what it was. I
Nice.
started getting the resolution symptoms. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, I just talked to someone the other day, and they reached out to me, and they just went through a stressful breakup, and as their girlfriend left the house, that's when his gut issues started. And he was like, "Oh, should I go on the carnivore diet? Should I do this and should I do that?" And I didn't even get on the phone with him. I sent him some text messages. I said, "Just don't do anything. Like, you'll be fine. The stressful thing was your girlfriend leaving, and now that's over. Your body's getting rid of extra gut cells.
Yeah.
Take it easy for a week."
See, I didn't know that, Mike.
Yeah.
When I was in
I mean,
college,
my
I didn't
buddy,
know that.
there's
Yeah.
nothing. He's fine,
Yeah.
but it could have turned into a real nightmare if he went down this holistic nightmare slope.
Yeah. Exactly. So I didn't know that what you just
Yeah.
said about my gut cells and extra gut cells. I didn't
Yeah.
know that,
Yeah.
and that was back when I was in my 20s. That's when I graduated college.
Yeah.
And I had the symptoms until right before COVID. So my whole 20s pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it is
So
very similar to me. So, yeah. So, well,
what
I'm
else?
glad you're feeling better now, and you can live life on
Thank
your
God.
own terms, eat whatever you want, and Crohn's isn't holding you back anymore. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank God, and thank to you, of course.
Yeah, you're
You
welcome.
know, without the knowledge, without people like you, it will be very hard to spread the knowledge.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you for sharing your story. This will help a lot of people. I really appreciate you taking the time to do that.
Of
If you're
course, thank you for
watching
having me.
this, yeah, if you're watching this and you've seen some results with German New Medicine, or you're starting to see the patterns, please leave a comment down below. It really helps people see, like, they'll have the light bulb like go off in their head. But thank you so much for
Yeah.
taking the time to do this, Ahmad.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah. All
Appreciate
right.
you.
Bye,
Take care.
everybody.
Bye.